Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. What you've all been waiting for. I need to eat. After we came all the way back.
What you've all been waiting for.
You've all been waiting for me to eat this chicken.
All right.
So we did get another skull, and it turns out.
Oh yeah, you did.
And it turns out we had a skull at home, so there's an extra one somewhere.
All right, you do the honors.
Boom. And now, if I recall, we want to like fire at him first, and then we want to take out with the sword.
You probably want to take your
take what?
Your potions.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I forgot. I completely forgot. Strength potion.
Ow. I'm already withered.
Yeah, me too. He's coming after you though.
He is coming after me.
Where's my normal regen? Okay. That did not affect him. There we go. Affected him a little bit. This does a pretty damn good job at him, actually.
I'm in a hole. I'm in a hole. I don't want to be in a hole. Okay.
He's completely after you, so...
I know. He's hurting.
When you get halfway, he'll come down and we can, like, attack with the swords and all. There we go. Now it's time.
Pushing a strength.
Don't hit each other.
I hate how it's hard to tell how much life you have.
That was it. I didn't even take damage.
I feel like I took quite a bit.
Did you get the Wither Star?
I did.
Okay, good.
Are we doing this just for that?
Yeah, because we want to make a beacon.
Right.
Because we want to make sure we get like haste or haste 2 or whatever it is to help with the. You're still hurting there, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hi. You look sunburned and then normal again, and then sunburned and then normal again.
God, this wither lasts forever.
Oh, what's the time on it?
It's 4 more seconds now.
I'm waiting for you to keel over and die.
Did it?
I used 2 potions. I used a strength potion and my 1 regen potion.
I used both the regens. I didn't use the regeneration 2. I used 2 regeneration 1s and then the strength, and then I used all the healing potions.
So how do we make a beacon again?
We
probably need
I don't actually know. Probably. Let's see. Let's search.
Do we have any diamonds left?
Well, of course, that's not a recipe that we know. I don't actually know if we do. I don't think we do.
We might have used all them diamonds.
Yeah, I don't think we have any. But I don't actually know how to make a beacon. Honestly.
I can look it up really quick here. Beacon. Oh god, I'm zoomed in, so it's like... Oh, there's no diamonds, just glass, obsidian, and the nether star.
Huh, that's real cheap. I guess the nether star is the expensive part.
So, sand. I'm going to start...
We need stuff for the base of it, though, right?
Yes. And I don't remember how many and how that works, but we can start getting that going. I got 26. I guess we just start building down from all these blocks that I have and see how many we can actually pull off out of it, right? Should be easy enough. So we've got... We wanted to... I don't remember how wide the effect of this thing is, because we needed to make sure it encompasses us out here, right?
Right. So you kind of want to put it, like, in the center of where we're going, right?
Of where we're cutting down?
Right, like up there, basically where we killed the wither, right?
Yeah, will it reach all the way back here? That's what I just don't know the answer to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'll go over here and find out.
While Jeff was looking for gas to kill for gas tiers, he found the wither farming area.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was running around the nether through the tunnels that existed and came across a sign that said, "This way to wither killing or wither farming area."
You didn't actually find the wither farming area.
No, I didn't find it because it just kind of opened up into other people's portals, and that seemed to be it. And I was like, okay, that's strange.
Honestly, that's for the best. I would be sad.
What? I left all my stuff over at the base.
What'd you do?
I don't have my pick. I don't have my shovels. Because I didn't realize we were coming out here when you said, "Ah, let's kill it over there by where we're digging." I just was like, "Okay," and started walking.
So can it be multiple blocks of things? Can it be half gold, half whatever?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because you got 38 blocks of gold over here too.
Yeah, I just don't know how big the base has to be. I don't remember any of this stuff, but I do need to go back and get my shovels and picks so I can dig and actually make room for this thing.
Well, Google the best beacon.
Which beacon?
Like, what's the size?
Which beacon is best? Oh, look! It takes me to the beacon buyer's guide.
Well, buy us the best beacon, Jeff.
I got beacon stand. Probably
Minecraft beacon base. Beacon base.
164 blocks is a single beacon pyramid.
We ain't got that, do we?
Not quite.
How many do you have in iron?
I already put some down, but I have 64 plus 23 left in my hands, and I put down like 9.
Damn.
But we're gonna be able to get to like the tier right above that.
Above it, eh?
Which is 83 blocks. Yeah. That's the tier 3 versus the tier 4.
What's tier 3 have that tier 4 doesn't?
It's a 3x3, a 5x5, a 7x7.
What's it give? Doesn't tell you.
It doesn't say. I think it's just a different level and maybe a different... Oops, it's dark at nighttime.
Oh, we got an achievement. Summon the Wither. We did that.
Oh yeah, we both got these. I was like, I didn't summon a Wither on the server yet. Why didn't I get it? But I did. I'm running back home, get my stuff, so I can get this thing out. So
why don't you just place it?
Because I can't. Well, I was trying to dig it down underground, so it's not just a massive structure sticking out. I guess I could just place it up though. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, might as well.
Well, now that I'm 3 blocks away from the base, I figure I don't
There's also stuff here too.
I don't want to waste that 3 blocks. The sad thing is, I think I threw them in my ender chest, which we just don't have an ender chest over here.
Yeah,
it'd be nice if we did. So did you get the thunderstorms last night too, or were they not all the way down in North Carolina?
No.
So we had some pretty severe thunderstorms for a small portion of time, not very long. And I was at the fire station last night, and whenever you get
I saw you tweet saying that you wouldn't be doing a stream.
Yeah, we got a little bit busy. We had actually a house on fire based on the lightning strike to the house that I got to go deal with.
That's crazy.
That was a very
that
small,
could happen.
Very small fire, but it was the scariest part about it was we got called because the guy said his electrical panel, or it was a lightning strike, and now his electrical panel was burning. So we get there, and you can tell in his basement there's like a haze and an electrical burning smell, and some circuits are tripped, but there's like nothing in the electrical panel wall of anything that seems like it's wrong. I'm gonna put my elytra back on too. Nothing that really seems like it's wrong. His smoke alarms are going off, and there's still this like smoke that's in the house. So we're trying to figure out where did this like all come from, what's really going on. Out in the back, you could see that there was a tree. It looked like a tree had gotten struck by lightning because the tree was like split in half and like all over his lawn. So we're kind of like, trying to figure out exactly what we're dealing with. So you want to go check the attic and make sure there's not like a fire in the attic from all this stuff. And
you just get your axe out and start breaking the shit.
Well, this was after like 15 minutes we're in the house. We're trying to get up into his attic, which of course he tells us he doesn't have an attic. And I open up a closet on the first floor and I see the attic access. So I think he was thinking a traditional attic that you can like go into versus just you have a little panel that lets you access it type of deal. Mm-hmm. So of course it was the smallest freaking closet that's ever existed in humanity. And we're trying to dig our way in through this closet to get into the attic, and I guess my chief that was there was like, you know, knew something else was not quite right, and he's like, I'm gonna go back and check out some more things in the basement. So he started walking around the basement, and in the basement he had a second kitchen, but they didn't use it for anything, he said. But there was a second kitchen down there, and it was like, he had a bunch of boxes and stuff on top of the sink and this other stove that was in there.
And he was cooking meth.
And he was cooking meth, yeah. No, but Chief looks down behind the stove and realizes that this is the opposite side of the house that the electrical panel is on, and behind the stove is actually smoldering drywall. So that's what was causing all this stuff. So he calls us and he's like, we got a fire down here. And we started pulling boxes off of the stove and pulled the stove out. And literally just hidden behind the stove was some drywall that had probably taken some of the lightning force or the electrical cables or whatever it was. But on the opposite side of the house where anything else looked like it was a problem, like you couldn't even see it until he was just searching, because he just knew, he's been in the fire service for years. He just knew something wasn't quite sitting right with him on the scenario. Like, those are the fires that could be scary, because, you know, 2 engines, a tower are there. We're looking around, we can't find anything, and it takes this, you know, veteran chief to just go, I need to look at more stuff because something's not right here. Like, those are the fires that can take a house out, because you don't know they're burning in the walls for this extended period of time.
Yeah. How bad was it?
It was not bad at all, but it was not bad. It was only like literally the section right behind the stove, and we pulled out like the 2 walls and made sure it hadn't spread anywhere else. But had we not found it right then, it could have, like, you know, engulfed the entire house. But the interesting thing is, when you know, have storms like that, you get a bunch of calls for, you get people's alarms that are going off just because power flickered, so alarms start going off. You get a lot of personal injury collisions with vehicles because people don't know how to drive in the rain. And we also have this. Oh, did you just take all this out?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't need to go very far then, did I? Huh?
Well, there's also a chest full of shovels and stuff over here, technically.
So the our brand new engine has this problem where the air conditioning condenser, something's not quite right with it. And in a big engine, the air conditioning units are kind of like on the roof in between the officer and the driver.
Did you really just do this way?
Yes.
Why are you the way you are?
Well, we have to do one more layer under this if we have enough blocks.
Yeah, no, but it has to be full. You can't just do it like this.
I know that, but we still have to get under it. Come on.
I want a divorce.
I'll take half your blocks. So the air conditioning unit tends to leak from the condenser if you're running it, and it leaks right out of the vents that are like above the driver and the officer seat, so it gets really annoying. So it's this constant like random drip and spillage of water coming through. God damn it, I need to disconnect because I'm running into this.
I got him. I got him.
Oh, you got him?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kept running into those stupid blocks. And we were running it because it was raining, it was still freaking 75, 80 degrees and super freaking humid. So we're sweating because we're wearing this gear the whole time, you know. And
wait, is 7x7 the biggest, by the way? Or 9x9?
It was 7, 5, 3, and then 9 for the tier 4.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to see like how close are we actually to this.
Okay.
Tier
Sorry,
4.
I didn't mean to interrupt your story about your engine.
Well, so we're running the air conditioning, and you know, it's doing this leaking thing that, you know, we know it does, but whatever, it felt okay for a minute. We literally driving away from like our second call, and the driver turns a corner to the left, and I shit you not, it felt like a gallon of water just poured straight out of this thing, straight onto me. And it took me by surprise. Everybody in the back seat's like, holy shit, what just happened? I am sitting in the front seat of the engine now, drenched, because, I mean, it was seriously, the amount of water was like a bucket of water. It just came pouring out of the air conditioning vent onto me. Not only does it pour onto me, we're not quite sure, but they are pretty confident that the connections. So the air conditioning vent, since it's in the roof above you, it leads out to a cooling line that goes to some fans that are mounted above the cab on the engine to like make sure it cools off and the fans are blowing out. It looks like something's wrong up there, and the rain is just basically leaking straight into the system. So since it was raining hardcore, the rain was leaking straight into the system, so it was just sitting on the bottom of the air conditioning, and which is above me, and if you turn, it comes flying out the vents. And the problem is, not only is it me sitting in the seat, we have a computer that sits in between the driver and the officer that you get your calls and stuff on.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you this. So it's a tough book that's in the middle. On a mount and sit there, but it's, you know, on a mount.
Are those meant to like handle this type of stuff?
Well, so that's the thing, is everybody kept saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's a tough book."
Okay.
And I
would worry about it.
I don't recall tough books being waterproof. They're drop proof.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm thinking wrong. Do you have any idea about tough books and if they're supposed to be waterproof?
I didn't think they were, but I mean, I always thought they were meant for like construction jobs and that sort of thing, where like you said, they could be dropped, they could take a beating, but I didn't know they could handle some water.
Do you got that?
Let's Google it.
Do you got the beacon by chance?
I got the thing that makes the beacon. I don't know how to make that beacon though. Here, I'll give it to you.
Oh shit! I was just back in the base. We need some obsidian.
Oh,
I guess we can. There's probably lava.
I was about to say, there's a ton around here, aren't there?
Well, since I'm looking at a world glitch right now, I can see if there's lava down there. But yes, I know where there's lava down there.
Are tough books worth it?
Well, that's
tough books waterproof. That's the third most searched thing. Are tough books waterproof?
It's because people are watching this video already. What's it say?
The word does not apply. There's no such thing as a waterproof laptop.
I mean, is that just some
Panasonic Tough Books are among the most water-resistant laptops in the world today, but there's nothing that will make them waterproof. Any amount of water will eventually ruin them.
So I will tell you that I was like, despite everybody saying this, I took my hood off, which is what we wear like under our, you know, turnout gear to make sure your neck and head don't get burned. And I started wiping it off with my hood, and I kept my hood on top of the computer because I was like, I don't trust that these are quote unquote waterproof, you know, because I've never heard that tough books are waterproof. Yeah, they're definitely not.
Did it break?
It broke. Stopped working. Shorted it out. Shorted out the like docking station. Like it shorted it out to the point where I thought it was completely dead. It just wouldn't turn on anymore. So I was trying to get it like replaced with a different one, and I pulled it out and it turned on, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Thing actually turned on. Maybe it just took a minute to dry or whatever. And I plugged it back in, and it shorted right out again. So when I unplugged it again and I tried to turn it on and let it go through its actual cycle, it actually shorted to the point where it corrupted files somehow. So it'll turn on now, but it gets stuck in a boot loop and says that there's corrupted files on it, which is kind of crazy. So
it probably would have been okay if you hadn't tried to kept turning, like if you'd let it dry completely.
Well, it's possible. So I got another one from our other engine to swap it over.
Poured water on it.
Just temporarily. No, and I plugged it into the docking station after I cleaned it all up. Turns out it's the docking station that's also fried too, because the second it touches the docking station, everything just like shorts out again. So we have this computer that's now sitting in the engine bay, or in the engine cab, that's not plugged into anything, so it's not charging, so it's only going to last like 3 hours at a time. And it works, but it's our secondary because our whole docking station is dead. So I literally had to plug it in to the only AC plug that we have is in a back cabinet. So all night I had to leave this computer that you need to have in the cab in a back cabinet plugged in. And every call I had to remember to stop, open up the cabinet, grab the computer, and keep it on my lap to go to calls.
Sounds awful.
It was a ridiculously terrible night.
So what are y'all gonna do? Like, is that one of the things where you like how's that work?
Well, it's
so like they get replaced.
This is interesting from the perspective of a volunteer like officer. These are not things that anybody teaches you that you're supposed to do, but I've learned through the years, which is sad, that that's the way it has to be when things have broken. And I'll tell my chief or my duty officer that night, I'll be like, hey, this thing isn't working, and their response is, oh, put in a ticket to telco. And I'm like, who the fuck is telco? Like, I don't know who Telco is. How do I put in a ticket? Like, what you always do is anybody who's not an officer is you let your officer know, and they will either contact the duty chief or the officer or whatever to get things taken care of. But yeah, you're just expected to know, like, the process for getting things fixed after that. So I just started putting in, like, tickets to this telco company and making the proper notifications to all these different people who I thought needed to be informed. And that's kind of funny because, like, I informed the captain on the career side captain who was going to take over for me in the morning as well. I CC'd, like, the email to him, and, you know, my chief, or my one of the chiefs was a little, like, upset that I did that because he wanted us to make sure we tried to handle it as much as we could from our perspective before having to let them know of the problems, because they're, like, embarrassed about the fact that this is a brand new engine that we spent $750,000 on that has these types of problems.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, engines are not cheap, man.
Well, yeah, but, I just didn't know how expensive they were. Yeah, I guess
$750,000. But I'm like, I don't know what you wanted me to do. You know, he's taking over from me in the morning. Like, we're not getting it fixed at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna have to let him know anyway when I hand off report to him on what happened the day before.
Yeah, can't really keep it a secret too long.
No, it's just some of those things. There's like this, you know. They don't want to look stupid for this. And the thing is, it's not our fault. Yeah, we paid for this from a reputable engine company. The engine, for the most part, is great, but it does have some problems we're trying to get worked out under warranty. You know, it's not like we did something wrong. It's just something's wrong with the build that they're going to need to get fixed. Like, that's why it's brand new. It's only a month and a half old. It's under warranty for that reason. Are you anywhere near the ability to sleep? Because I'm
coming back up from the
out here.
Right? I know what you mean. I've been out there. I've seen it. I'm coming up right now, though. I was trying to grab all the iron that you've uncovered down here. How many blocks away are we from a
we were
full beacon?
Probably about 9 by 5 away.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to get that many.
45 blocks or so.
I got 2 stacks of iron.
Yeah, that's not going to be 45, but it's
no.
We're getting there. I want to go see how powerful the beacon is as it is now, but I can't really get back over there.
I'm coming. Every time I think I got all the iron on the way down, I missed some though, so I keep saying I'm coming, but I'm actually stopping to grab the just a last little bit of iron.
You know, the iron will still be there in the morning.
Yeah.
It's not Cinderella.
Well, it's a long walk.
Oh, you would appreciate this. And of course, everybody for some reason at work, so because I have like a YouTube channel and I'm a computer guy, they talk about, they assume that I'm into all the typical quote unquote nerdy things, including Harry Potter. Everybody assumes that I must love Harry Potter because I'm a computer nerd.
What'd you just do?
I have no idea. I just killed a skeleton standing on a Persian
arrow
bow, and
from more than 50 meters.
Yeah, I guess I killed the guy that was really far away.
Huh.
But one of the people at my work was like, "Oh, Jeff, you'd appreciate this. I just went and saw Harry Potter on Broadway." And
I saw The Cursed Child, eh?
I have no idea. I was like, Harry Potter's on Broadway? Is there something going on to me now? Yep.
The last book that came out was actually a play, Cursed Child. And so yeah, it's on Broadway. I'd like to see it.
So I said you'd appreciate it. And that's not just because you're the computer nerd, because you've talked about the fact that you like Harry Potter.
Oh wait, I need to cook this iron that I yeah, I would like to see that.
I wonder if she went to New York to see it, or if it was local.
The only 2 places, because like I've looked to see, the only 2 places that I've seen it available is New York and London right now.
I don't think the beacon needs a topper on it.
Oh, there's the topper, the beacon itself, probably.
Beacon.
Makes sense.
Oh shit, I just got all the stuff to make this thing, and I never actually made the beacon. I have all the stuff in my inventory. Oh, and you've dug a trench over here starting this part of the wall. I can't get to the trees. Oh, there's a tree over there. There's literally a tree right next to the hole, and I was going like far away to get wood. I mean, is it a whole musical number?
I don't know if it's musical at all.
Isn't that what Broadway does? Musical.
I mean, there's plays on Broadway too. It's not just musicals, right?
Are you sure? Isn't Broadway like literally like the term for musicals?
I don't know. I thought Broadway's had Broadway. I thought Broadway was just a street, man.
Is there no beacon enchant?
What?
Bring home the beacon.
Okay. So what you got it set on?
I mean, we want haste, right? That's like the big thing that we want. Oh, I guess the only thing that other layer is going to add to it, a haste we could have gotten at the primary level.
Oh, there's no like different levels of haste?
No, apparently not. We can do a secondary power of regen, but that's only if we get it. I don't know how to read this.
Oh yeah, haste is up there. So we got haste. And jump boost.
Is that what it means though? Because I can still do.
Oh wait, no, the primary power is regeneration. And then the secondary power is haste.
Wait, what? That's not what it says.
Yeah, it does.
Primary power would be haste.
Oh, okay. Well, secondary power is regeneration, I guess.
Yeah.
If you can get it all the way. So I guess you can't.
We need to give it something though.
I mean, you need
do you
to
have a
give
piece
it
of
something.
iron on you?
Oh.
Oh, we can do haste 2 as a secondary power once you click haste. Did that done not work? Do we actually have haste now? Yeah, we do.
Do you have haste 2?
No, but we need to get a full layer in for haste 2, I think.
I see. I see. So... Oh, yeah, that makes a difference. That makes a significant difference. We need to get that finished.
Is it that big of a deal?
I mean, that seems pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't seem bad. I can't tell how good it actually is. I would love to get... I mean, how many blocks are we short then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... 22. 22 blocks.
I
mean, I should probably be uncovering this as I dig more layers, right?
wonder how far away this thing's going to affect us.
Oh, I don't have it here. Don't have it here. I have it here, though. So I still have it here. Have it here. I seem to still have it here.
Remember, it takes a second to kind of wear off, too.
I think that's the best placement we could get because I have it up to here. I don't know where you're at.
Have it up to here. How many blocks you say we need?
22. It seems that I have it up to 31, negative 3131. Yeah,
I'm not going to get...
I lose more. It right here.
You got 13 more.
Basically, how you've already dug these couple layers out all the way to where you're at, to that wall, right past that is where we get it.
Okay. Well, so that's good.
Yeah, that actually works out quite well.
I knew we could do it.
Oh, yeah, I guess this is pretty damn fast, huh?
I want to know how much faster it is with the...
With haste 2.
Mm-hmm.
And as we get more stuff, we can keep adding... Oh, we'd have to get some more beacons, but... Oh, we have to get more wither skulls for that, huh?
Yeah. That actually wasn't that bad. It only took one episode.
Yeah,
and
the
a
fight
full-
wasn't bad. It was more of the Wither Skull gathering that I don't want to deal with again. It was a little slow and tedious.
Yeah. And I guess we would need to find a shitload of iron again to make the actual beacon itself.
Well, no, because you can add the layers together, so you don't need as much. You can put 2 beacons next to each other, and they can share blocks in the beacon.
Oh,
so you need some more, but not a full tower's worth of beacon.
Okay, that's good.
Excuse me.
Got 16 more.
Oh, that's getting pretty close. And I'm uncovering some more iron here.
Yeah, we need 1, 2, 3. We need 6 more blocks.
What do I have? I almost have 1 more block. That's not really that helpful.
No. Well, we're out of time for today's episode, so hopefully by the next episode we can get the next block.
All right, guys. We will see you next time.
Bye, everybody.